started watching this TV show over the weekend, and I told Kyle about it because I got 3 minutes into it, and I was terrified, and I had to turn it off, right? I turned it off at nighttime, and I thought, I'm going to watch this in the daytime. So I started to watch it in the daytime, terrified. I had to turn it off. I didn't want to watch too much. So I'm now on episode 2, terrified. This show scared. Like, this morning I got up, and all I could think about was this show. And it's like, I swear somebody was in my house. I swear something happened to my kids. I was just terrified.
What's the show?
And did you start watching it, Kyle?
Yeah.
Because I told Kyle, and she goes, I'll start watching Monday, because, she watches TV weirdly.
Yeah.
She watches TV as she's putting her makeup on in the morning. So before I tell you the show, what do you think?
Yeah, it's creepy. It's like, I don't know. I feel like almost messed up, but that I couldn't stop watching it. Like the fact that you turned it off, I was like, oh my God, I have to see what happens next.
I turned it off, and I literally turned it off, and I was like, it's called, it's season 2 of a show Kyle and I watched when season 1 came out. It's called Marcella. It's about a cop in England. And it's season 2, and season 2 is just like, you know how we always talk sometimes and say, oh God, that's the worst thing that could ever happen. And I say, really, it's the worst thing?
Yeah,
and then I come
dark
at you with something really dark,
Yeah.
It's the worst thing. This is really the worst thing that could happen.
Oh, no.
Right?
I don't even think I can watch it because your mind is
right.
crazy.
Exactly.
Right, exactly. So because I was just like, oh man. And then my wife came home. She was gone for like a week. She comes home and she's like, hi. I go, hi. I got to tell you about this show. Like, that's the first thing that comes out. So, okay, I can't see. And then this morning, by the way, my wife, so she was gone for like a week. She comes home last night. Everything's happy, kid, blah, blah, blah. And, I get up at 3 o'clock in the morning, right? I know you guys get up earlier than that. You got a longer drive and you put makeup on. And then Kyle just said, got to get up early. like if you're the one that puts on makeup. So at 2:30 in the morning, I hear my wife like vomiting, right? And I'm like, okay, I'm getting up at half hour. I need to make sure see if she's okay. So I walk in and she's like, on the floor, like, sideways with her head in the toilet. Oh. And I'm like, hey, are you okay? What do you need? And she like turns and she goes, I'm fine, get away from me! Like, I was like, what the hell?
What does one do with that?
Like, hey, I just want to make sure, what do you need? Do you need anything? I'm like, ah! Like she doesn't want me to see her like that, right? So she's got her hand up in the air.
It's such a terrible feeling. You just let it crawl and hole and die.
It's like the lowest of the low when that's happening to you.
Yes.
So then she eventually gets into bed, right? And then we talk for a second. She goes, I think I got food poisoning. I don't know. And then so she goes, I felt it coming, but she didn't say anything to me at all at night, right? So then my alarm goes off, right? And I'm waiting for her to go, oh my God, I'm so sorry, because I got to get up early. Nothing from her. Like, that's a little sympathy.
You're waiting for her to say that? You didn't say I'm so sorry?
Yeah, because now I got up early. It's going to mess up my whole day getting up as early as she made. Yep. When you get up as early as we do, I think even you have a 15-minute window of going early, it's like, whoa.
She's feeling terrible. She's not thinking about you right now.
Right. So then this will even make me feel more terrible. So I have this thing I've told you guys before. I don't know what you call it. It's in our bathroom, and it's like a sofa, but it's not a sofa. It's like an armoire. What is it? Ottoman. It's like an ottoman, but it's longer, rectangle, and I got my Adidas shoes that came in the mail the other day, and I got my Nike shoes that came in, and my Nike shoes, I displayed them all out nice on top of this thing. You can see it on my Instagram. I put all my shoes there, right, on top. So it's like a little, like it's where you would keep shoes, but you're not supposed to keep shoes there. When I got up this morning to get dressed, she had moved the shoes, and she had put them up on boxes on top of each other, and she had a little pillow off to the side and a little blanket. She made a little makeshift area for her to sleep, and she still kept some of my shoes there. Like, she must have felt sick.
Yeah.
Walked in the bathroom and laid on this thing, and then when it was time to go throw up, she went to go throw up.
She got to be that close to the toilet
Yeah.
that she could not make it from the bed.
Yeah.
Well, that's not good food poisoning. That's bad. Well, I guess there is no good food poisoning.
Poor thing.
Although sometimes when you're over it, it feels like you've done a lot of abs. That's, I think, the only positive thing you could say.